What did you do? What did you?
You know, this is why. Okay, first of all, hello everyone. Hello Facebook. Hello YouTube. Hello Instagram. This is why Phil and I were all ready to go, and then we start talking. And you know it takes more time to set up the last minute things. And of course, I started everything, and then maybe I should have started the show. But here
Perhaps.
we are, perhaps. Hey, everyone, Instagram, once again, I can't wave at you guys because you're right over here, over my shoulder, but know that in my heart, I'm waving at you. Phil's waving at you. We're all waving at you. Hey
I'm not
there.
waving. You can see me. I'm not waving. Don't lie to these people. I don't.
He's
Do not
waving in
lie
his
to these
heart.
people.
He's waving in his heart.
Oh my goodness gracious! You guys have siblings. You know exactly what kind of madness this is.
That's
Hello, everybody. What's going down?
Hey,
How do you
K9.
do?
K9, we haven't seen you in a while. Hey there, babe love. Hey there, Ward the Wilson, Leslie Sides, Jeannie, and everyone else who has come in. Doggone it, I just wanted, my camera went up, and I don't know why. Okay, that doesn't matter. I've got more headspace than I'd like, but what's up, Philly Willie? How you doing, baby?
We're good. We're good. We're a little pixelated. Somehow the Wi-Fi is giving
Oh,
us
really?
fits, but it'll lock in. It'll lock in. If everybody else likes it, then that's good. My little screen looks wonderful right
You look
here.
good.
The
You're,
big
you're not
screen.
pixelated at all on this end.
Okay, it's just me then. I'm good. I'm good with that because I know what I look like. I know what you look like. Lovely hair. Everything's banging. She's on point. So it really is about everybody else. But I'm good. I'm good, man. Life is moving. Life is lifing, as they say.
That's right. Life is life, and I'm with you. I'm in Atlanta right now, and I'm very
I knew your
excited to be
background
here.
looked different.
Yeah, background looks great. I'm shooting. I can't tell you yet. I can't
She
tell.
almost blew it, man. She
No,
done
I didn't.
signed
I
these
was joking. I was
NDAs.
joking. I was
They were
shooting.
gonna come after her. The network was gonna come right after you.
But I'm so
Oh,
excited. I'm
good.
having a good time.
Oh, good. Leslie says we look great. Jeannie says it looks good on her phone. That's all that really
Good.
matters, you
That's all that
know. That's all that matters.
matters.
Um, so
And you,
how is it in Atlanta? What's the weather like?
oh
Let's get
my.
all the stupid stuff out of the way.
Okay, Atlanta is it's a little cooler than I expected, but I know how to pack, so I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm all right. I may not be wearing my sandals, but I got some boots. I'm cool. It's beautiful. It's so green and lush. It's the South with all these beautiful
Mm,
trees. It's
mm.
wonderful, and so I haven't been able to go out. I've been out a couple of times, but I've really been in studying my lines to make sure I'm on point, so I can be
When
invited
do you
back
start? When do you start on camera?
tomorrow.
Mm.
Tomorrow. I got fitted today, and what was so funny is you guys are gonna laugh. So whenever you go, women are asked their sizes. Generally, they say, "Oh, I'm an 8. I'm a 6." And you get there, and they're like, "You're more like a 12." Well, I told them my sizes. I got there, and they went, you're not a 10. You're not a this. You're not a that. You're a." So they're cinching and they're pinning, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and it's a different mirror at home. I don't care if you have unless you have really a very wide and long mirror, you really don't get a chance to see yourself. And I looked and I went, I'm a lot. I probably should not say this. I'm a lot smaller than what I thought, and this is why I say that is because I'm the shortest in the family. They're always teasing me because I'm always like, "No, I'm 5'4". In which lifetime? I mean 5'4" and a half. No,
Yeah, get that half in there because
get
you
the
deserve it, Ion. You deserve the
I
half.
deserve it.
You've earned it. You've worked hard for it.
But it's wonderful. Everyone's very nice, which
Yeah,
is really
good
lovely.
group. You like the wardrobe people. See the people.
Oh,
So
the
so hey,
wardrobe
Leslie
people.
says she's Atlanta's just a couple hours from her. Yeah, she is near there because that's when we worked. Well, I was in Atlanta. What's up, David Peterson? Hey, Ward. Um, but what people don't understand is that when you get there, like you're running right away. like you get there, you like immediately you're in the wardrobe. They whisk you into here, you whisk you into there, and you're just meeting these people for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're a new kid at school. It's
Mm-hmm.
all new energy, right? Right.
Very much so.
And
You're
so,
the new one. Everyone else has been there. And now I'm the new
mhm.
introduction to this whole family. And they were so very cool. And I was really, really happy about that. And the wardrobe, oh, wait, you guys, the wardrobe. Oh, the wardrobe room. Oh, it's fabulous.
Mhm.
And I've been
Mhm.
so long on the other side. It is so groovy to be back on this side where I started acting. It's so nice to bring that other side of me out again. So
Do
this
you
has
feel
been
like
really
you're going to bring?
nice.
I feel like I'm interviewing Iona now. Do you feel like you're going to bring different muscles to the work?
I do. I do. I haven't been really on camera with something with some meat for I really want to tell you about 15 years.
Mm,
I'm a different
mm,
person now.
mm,
I've grown. There's a maturity I have that I see myself using in my work I didn't have before. There's a confidence and there's a vulnerability that I'm comfortable in being in that space. And what I think about is, oh, let's go have fun. That's so much better than, oh, I hope I do a good job. I hope they like me. I mean, all of that
mm,
is there
mm.
too, but not like it was before. Now it's like, ooh, this is great. If we have fun, it's all going to be there.
That's what I told this little girl today. I did a radio show today on a show called I can talk about it, haha. A radio program called Adventures in Odyssey, which has been on for several decades. It's a long time religious themed show. It doesn't really hammer religion too much, but it is very moralistic, and I really like it. I really enjoy the characters I play.
Mm.
Anyway, I was working with a young lady, 10 years old, maybe 11, just adorbs, man, just smart as a whip. And I had a line, and I just did the line. They wanted like a run of three, and so I did the third one, and I knew I'd gotten it. So I'm just like riffing and joking and laughing, and to taking it to the most ridiculous degree, and everybody's laughing. And we finished, and they were like, "Oh, that's great!" And I looked at her, I go, "Keep having fun. Always have fun. Always play.
Mm.
If it's not fun anymore, stop doing it. Just keep having fun, man."
Mm-hmm.
And it's really crucial to keep enjoying it. They're called plays for a reason.
That right, because we're playing. And even if it's dramatic and you're crying, but you're having fun reaching the depths of your soul to bring out something within you that equates with that character so that you can have a truthful moment. And so I'm digging it. And plus, there's an ex boyfriend of mine on this show, and I love him still, and he loves me. So I can't wait when I
Uh,
tell you guys about it. We're just like staring at each other, going, "I love you still." That's so good when you can. He broke my heart so many
mm.
years ago, but I was young, and he's a wonderful guy, and it was really nice to see each other, and
How
we
ironic.
surprised
Full
him.
circle.
He had no idea I was doing the show.
Mm.
So someone went
Mm.
into his dressing room and said, "Hey, do you have a moment to meet the woman who's playing this character?" And he went, "Oh yeah, yeah, sure." So I came around the corner. He looked at me, and then he went, and then he hugged me, and it was like we were. It was
Well,
wonderful.
who wouldn't have that kind of response to you? Even if there'd been some rocky moments with you, Iona, in retrospect, they'd have to look at the relationship they had with you on balance and go, "It's a good human.
The good human.
She's a
Thank
good
you,
human
Phil.
being."
Thank you, thank you.
You
I
know?
I I feel that it's interesting you say it because a girlfriend and I were talking the other day. Penny and I were talking the other day, and
Penny.
and I was thinking about the same thing she's just about to say. She said, "You know what? If I wasn't me, I would be my best friend." I said, "Penny, I was thinking the same thing. I would be my best friend too." And I that is such a wonderful space to be in, to like yourself enough
Mm.
to know I would be my friend. And we're
Right.
always talking
Right.
on this show about know yourself. Let me tell you, I am not perfect. There are things about me that I would like to change, and I get better. And on Monday and Tuesday, I'm better. And then come Wednesday, doggone, I'm doing the same damn thing. Well, but I keep improving. And that's all we can ask of life, is that we get better and more enlightened. And I think not I think, but I know being friends with myself and loving me and being okay with me has made my life so much better. And it makes people around me so much better. Don't you feel that, Phil?
Because it's a vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're real with it, you ain't faking the funk. Listen, if you faking the funk, I was saying today, I really do want to speak publicly. I really do want to kind of share certain things with a broader audience and
Mm-hmm.
like tour the country. And what my feelings is that we're all magical beings. We talked about this before, and I was talking to somebody, and they were like, "Well, what if the magical being has too much magic in them, and they get too overwhelmed?" I said, "Well, then they're not a magical being. You know, that's not it. That's narcissism. That's ego. Um, but we're all magical. We all have a certain vibration to bring, a value to this world, a value to your relationships, to your jobs, to all of the things that you're about. That's why we exist, is to bring your particular value, yours. Only you can bring it,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of whether you have a loving partner. They bring their own, or your parents are amazing. They bring their own. You are now a free agent. You're an independent operator. Act like it. Love it. There's a reason you're here. That's the gift when we talk about the gift of life. It's just
Mm-hmm.
life itself. So don't squander that. So anyway, yeah, that's how I feel about it. What's our? Let's talk about the topic, because I guess it dovetails into that.
It really does. It's called about, and you know what? I'm going to actually pull it up for myself right here because I want to look at it some more and be really okay. You guys, some of you are going to see this. Why didn't that come up? Hey, letting go to find your center. That's our topic today. Letting go to find your center. Part of what made me think about that, Phil, was what you brought to us last week. That you came to a peaceful place with something that was going on in your life, and this week you
Mm.
find out you are released from that
It was
energy.
odd. I told Jordan, my son, your nephew, our friend, today,
Mm-hmm.
that the universe has been my guiding light. The universe itself, the universe is,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked about this last week too. The signs, the information that abounds within it has never led me astray. Never, 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 not once, ever. I might have been astray. I might have been not in the place to maximize whatever it is that I was working for, but it has always been true. And when I spoke of that last week, when I came upon that realization that what I wanted in this particularly difficult situation of conflict and a bit chaotic was peace. And I told you last week, I'm a warrior. I've trained martial arts since I was 7 years old. I'm a warrior. I might not be the best fighter. I don't do this for a living. I'm not as well trained as some people, but I'm better trained than others. And ultimately, my core is that I will fight for the truth of my life. I will fight when I'm being wronged. I will fight to protect the people who are in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking about this particular situation and how would I fight it? And it came to me that I did not want to fight. That fighting would be the 180 degree antithetical
Mm-hmm.
answer to this. The answer to this was peace. And I think the answer to much of it is peace. K9 Magical Warrior. Yeah, thank you. I like
Mm-hmm.
that. Um, a lot of what ails us, for me, and I'll pick it up from what you were saying, is the ability to find peace within the chaos. We are living in a chaotic time right now. And how do we meet it? How do we meet the moment? Do we meet it with anger? Do we meet it with ego? Do we meet it with self righteousness?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we try to meet it with the best way we can perceive the truth that we can and bring that? And the truth, as I see it, is to try to find peace, is to find reconciliation within those that we disagree with and ourselves. And we're not doing that right now. There's just too much backbiting, and these people are this and they're hurting us because of that, and on both sides, whatever side you think you may or may not be on.
It's a very frustrating time right now. Part of that, of also the letting go, and I'll come back to this in the personal sense, is how much control we all tend to want to have in our lives and holding on so tightly instead of opening up your hand. And in doing that, I find that in opening your hand and just releasing. I told Phil I was at the airport. I landed in Atlanta, 10 o'clock at night. Came back to my friend's house. Started unpacking about 1 a.m. and realized I had the wrong piece of luggage. Exact luggage that is mine. Such an unusual color, but somebody else had it. Oh, couldn't believe it. They opened at 6. I knew I couldn't get there at 6 because you can't start calling people to say, excuse me, we're Delta Airlines and you have her luggage. Got there at 8, spent hours there. I could have been pissed, but I wasn't. What am I going to get mad about? How is it going to help anything? It's not going to help the person who I know took my luggage and feels bad, and I took their luggage and I feel bad. We're just trying to connect. It's a mistake. Go on with the day. Get back to the house, take a nap, relax. It's going to be okay. So it made the experience far less hectic. And what I'm finding a lot is we are creating our own hectic. When I talk about that ex-boyfriend of mine that I saw today, there's love between us. And there are a lot of ex-boyfriends that I have. And when I think about it, I think about the crazy mindset that I was in. My own fear about something, my own needing it to be this way or that way, or not having confidence when I'm young within myself. That created the shit. It really wasn't that person. It was what was coming from me. And what's happening with us politically right now, I'm with you, Phil, and it is very hard to work with people who, quite honestly, I feel are being very cruel, unkind, and I can go on, and hurtful to so many of us. But getting in the swamp with them is not the way to do it, y'all. Ain't the way to do it. 2 wrongs don't make it right. Your mom and daddy told you that when you were how old? And guess what? It wasn't just a little whimsical phrase that someone came up with. That is the truth.
It is true to this day.
Yes.
You know, we talk about the hard, right? We talk about now there's a lot of us out here, some serious things have happened to us. You know, we're talking about even the people on our Wednesdays on The Vision is Possible. We've had deaths, you know, losses, conflicts, difficulty. You'll never come on here and hear from us that you should stay in that place. You'll always find a way around or a way through when you come on Wednesday nights. That's what we're about. We're about looking at answers, not continuing to create problems. And it can get thick. It can get thick. That's when you have to have the most peace. That's when you have to exercise the most tolerance. Easy's easy for a reason. You've heard us say this before. You ain't got to do anything about it. It's when times are tough. It's when you are in conflict that you really have to check yourself. You want to keep blaming others? Let's see. What does K9 say? Peace is fine.
Here,
but how would we contain...
Go ahead.
You can bring it up, but I'm reading it where I can see it. Peace is fine, but how would we contain and maintain it? Because it seems like, unfortunately, we're stuck in this chaotic cycle that doesn't seem to end. Too much blame. Put that energy into self. Yes. Here's the thing. Got no control over others. None. Barely have control over myself. Barely. So my work is myself. The more I look outward, the more I point fingers, the more I don't hold the mirror up and see who I am in this. And yes, there are situations where there are outside influences that are trying to hurt you. You have to defend yourself in those instances. But pick your battles. Know when that is true and when that is not true. When you should walk away. What does Kenny Rogers say? Know when to hold them, when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. For real. And that's where we are right now. And for me, what I'm going to try to do, what I'm doing, is looking at it in a way that allows for peace in me, gives me a sense of calm. And then I can bring that to the situation. Then I can perceive things calmly. If Iona hadn't been calm, you know, she'd have been flustered and she'd have probably made decisions that weren't appropriate to getting her baggage back in a timely fashion. And so 2 people who would have been out, you know, the person trying to get their bag and Iona trying to get their bag and Iona trying to get her bag. Instead, there was a calmness of mind, an evenness of spirit. And the universe acknowledges that. It responds. It will bring you that. Because if you go the opposite direction, what does that give you? You don't have your luggage, and now you're twisted. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're going through stuff. Everybody.
And you remember what the also the other adage is, if you want change, you just got to start with you. And that is very, very true. And it has to start with us. Looking at self, yes, always. Because if I'm going to be yelling at you about how you're not peaceful, how you're not kind, how you're not a good I mean, really? Are you going to hear me? And number one, I'm not exhibiting that. And that's very important that we watch what comes out of our mouths. Even when we talk to, whenever we're just having a conversation with someone else, what is coming out of your mouth? And what is it? What are you saying about yourself? Humble. Oh, I'm such an asshole. If I shouldn't have done that. I'm not that good at that. That's not good. That permeates your energy. And that's what's so important. We have to start putting out things that are positive. Leslie says, when you keep holding on to things, you have your hands too full, so you aren't able to receive peace, happiness, blessings. Letting go opens you up to receive. That is so very true. Peace does not happen. It takes me back to that letter, Phil. Peace does not happen when you are peaceful. Peace is when everything is chaotic and going crazy. Going back to a letter Phil read to us from a 6th grader that you got from the Martin Luther King
Library.
Library, yes. Excuse me. That is so important, you guys. You say, I'm feeling good, and then something happens. Example, I had a girlfriend years ago who was staying with me from New York. And she introduced me to incense and meditation. And what a beautiful way to begin the morning. It was so wonderful. And then we get in the car, and she rented a car, and we drive somewhere. And before I knew it, it was mother... yelling and screaming. Well, why she kept wondering, why is my life so chaotic? Well, you're not living in a truthful place. It's cute to sit up and light incense in the morning and meditate and cross your legs, but are you living it? Francis says, a peaceful heart is the greatest gift you can give yourself. I've lost 12 family and friends in 4 years. I'm no longer broken. A few fractures left. A few may or may not mend. A warrior rises. Go head on, baby. That's right. And you're honoring those people by living a good life. Sorry for your losses, but good for you, Francis.
Yeah, condolences. And grief is difficult. It's difficult. Lean into it. Be about it. They deserve it too. Don't live in it too long, because they wouldn't want you to live there too long, as you know. You know that. Mm-hmm. But hard, sometimes things are just hard, man. Birth, death, those things are real. So that they are affecting you, no shame, much grace. Give yourself grace. All of us have lost. I spoke about that today. Iona and I have lost both of our parents. We didn't choose it. We didn't choose to lose them, especially in the way that we lost them. But it happened. And so we grieve their loss because they were important to us. We love them. There's a reason why we miss them. And that's good. It's just not good to be in that place for too long, that it hurts you, ends up hurting you. And I'm not saying you're doing this, but don't lean on your emotion to give your grief value. I'll say it again. Don't lay on your emotion to give value to your grief. You know you love them. They know you love them. And if they didn't know, share it with them now. And be about healing, not grieving. Because that's what they would want you to do. And to be down there, like Iona said, in the muck and the mire of grief or fear or anger, it doesn't help you rise. It keeps you stuck and pulls you down. So lean into the grief to the point that it is appropriate for you and authentic to the person that you love, that you lost. But not to the degree that you're trying to prove anything to yourself or others by how much you're grieving or how valuable your emotion and your love for that person is because you're holding on to it. I'm not saying you're doing that, but we do have a tendency when we're in that place to almost pile on ourselves. You don't need it. You don't deserve it.
Francis, you're such an inspiration of what you just said in K9. He says, "My heartfelt condolences and prayers. May you find basic peace." It sounds like you have found more than basic peace and weathered that storm. Because we're all going to go through life, death, some divorce, the loss of something. And there is mourning, right, you guys? There is grieving. And at some point, you've got to pull yourself and continue on. There is something to learn within that. There is something to gain within that. How strong are you? The loss of a job. I thought I was going to have that job and I didn't get that job. You're upset about it for a moment and then keep it going because there's another one out there. I've had a friend, sister, who lost her daughter to suicide. She was a news reporter. She left her job to bury her daughter and she never went back. And for years she grieved and grieved. And it was like a badge of honor. So when she met people, she's like, "Oh yes, I lost my daughter." And then people could mourn with her for the moment, saying, "I'm very sorry." But that's not how you live your life. That's not how you honor that beautiful soul. She doesn't want you to. She didn't want her mother to do that. She's trying to get out of it. It's been 20 years and she's still been in that space. So Francis, I commend you so much to lose so much and to be the phoenix coming out of the fire. I know that your angels are true angels and I appreciate that. I love what you said, Phil, because there are others who are listening who aren't that way, who don't feel that. And it's important that we let go of some of that pain.
Yeah. It's hard to live through grief. It's hard to live through pain. So, but it's hard to avoid it. So, you need to experience it, express it, so you can move through it. And the more truthful you do it, the more truthfully you'll move through it. Yes, the stages of grief. It's a very useful tool. It's a very useful book. I've read it. I don't know all of the stages off the top, but they will help you. You'll recognize yourself in the various stages.
Where am I now? Where am I now? And that's so important. And that's also part of what the topic is about, letting go. You can hold on to a breakup for too long, and you don't know who you may meet going to the grocery store, who you're going to miss, because you're busy being sad about somebody who's moved on. Let them go. The jobs that you don't get, that you get sad about. I just mentioned, if you let those things go, you can just kind of wash yourself of the ickiness of what that was and look at it. What do I have to learn from this experience? And oftentimes it doesn't come to you right away, and you got to just keep moving forward. Just put one step in front of the other. Something new is going to happen. Phil was talking about being in rhythm. I told him before you guys came on, I feel like I'm in such rhythm with life right now. I need something, and there it is. Just from somebody who I don't know. They may offer to give something to me that they don't know they think I need, but they don't know that that's what I've been asking for, because I just feel like I'm in rhythm. I'm not holding on. I really took a look at this. Remember, I think I talked to you guys about, I saw there was anger inside of me because I would get angry so quickly about things. I really took a look for a while. What is that? I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know that I don't want it anymore. So I chant, as I told you guys, I chant about that, and I look at myself. And instead of, I hope this other person is better so that we can have a better relationship, I look at and say, I hope that I want to grow. Let me be a vessel. Let me be a vessel of good. Let me be a kind person. Let me bring something, whatever special they need here. Let me be that for this moment. It's how I feel about the job when I go to tape tomorrow. It completely leaves me free to just be crazy me and not come in with any angst. Because I tell you, I do believe the truth with everything that's happened in my life. If I've ever been hurt, it's really come from what I felt I lacked.
Exactly. I totally agree. I have apologized to so many people, truthfully, not with anything on the back end. Nothing on the back end. K9 had mentioned, he says, I'm not sure what this situation was with Philly. I just want to discuss this. I met this magical being in person. He exudes safety, basic peace, and calmness, amongst other great qualities. Just wanted to say that. Thank you, K9. I appreciate that. I want everybody to know the situation that I'm talking about, it has nothing to do with me. Okay.
That's what's crazy about it.
Let me just put that out there. I didn't do anything. It isn't me that is affected by a situation. The situation affects me. So, because of that, I am incredibly empathetic, and my compassion runs completely deep and knows no bounds, as you guys can probably guess. Um, my pain comes from my empathy for the people around me that are being affected by this situation. Has it touched me? Sure, but it was a ridiculous way to get touched by this situation, which I was talking about is finally gone bye bye. But it has nothing to do with anything that I've done or that I'm about. But my pain comes from how much pain it's causing others. So that's what you're hearing, and so just know that it isn't me. My life truly is whew, so special. I mean, really magical. I'm in a great chapter of my particular life. I just know that the people around me need me as a resource as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be resilient enough for not just myself, and so that's what you guys feel from me.
That's a very important point you bring up there, Phil. Your life has to be in a place where you can be a source for
Mm.
others. If you're breaking up, you can't be. And now let me be clear about that. That means that you have to spend time with you, know you, be happy with you. Look at the stuff you go, oh, I want to change that, make that better. Okay. You really don't have to kvetch about it. Just do it. And it may take you a while, but just do it. Get better. Feel good about you. And then at times give yourself grace and laugh it off. Just, it's okay. Don't wait to be perfect. Perfection does not exist. And you see, because Phil has done that in his life, he can be a source for others and be a strength and a support. You can't be that with other people if you're angry and you're not happy with you or with the world. You can't be there. So don't start, I'm going to help other people and that's going to make me happy. You better be happy before you go and help them. Jeannie, when you let those who tick you off bother you, they're still in control. So important to let it go. It's hard, but I tried to do it. Great conversation tonight. Thanks, Jeannie.
Let
That's
me let me say
that's mm-hmm.
let,
So
let me say something
important.
about that.
I'm sorry,
Listen,
baby.
I'm going to say something about that. Listen, I have
Yeah.
had to face to face people and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Now, I encourage everybody listening within the sound of my voice, if you have outstanding energy with anybody, do this thing. Contact them. Clear it up.
That's right.
Find closure. For who? For you. And when you speak to I already tried and they don't want to hear that, then it didn't work because the energy is still outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
The only litmus test of whether or not it worked is if the energy is there or not. The universe does not care whether you get it. It just throws up truth. Get it or not. It may acknowledge you. It may not. You're the one who gets it, right? Okay, so here's my point. If that person, that energy, does not want to accept what you have to say, and they're still being toxic, and they're still yelling, blah, blah, blah. If you start to get hot, you haven't gotten it. If they can get to you because they haven't gotten it and you let them get to you, you haven't gotten it. You're not clear about it. So spend that moment understanding that you need work. They need work. Encourage them to help you find the peace that you both need.
Mm-hmm.
You've already been in pain. What's
Mm-hmm.
happened has happened. Do you want to continue this pain? Because if we don't find peace, this pain will continue. So I encourage all of you, fall on your sword, whatever the phrase is, be about it.
Mm-hmm.
Really be about apology, really be about clarity, really be about closure, and find closure with these energies, or else it will follow you until you are no longer on this planet.
Fester. It will definitely fester. Annette comes in with sometimes when something bad happens to me, my immediate response is often, why me? I get all cranky and sad. Then I have to think, okay, deal with grief and pain, feel it. Now seek your peace. Love it. Phil, what you just said, I also want to add this to that. If Phil's not talking with you, go and apologize to someone, then you listen to them put you down or blame you or say, yeah, you should apologize. No, 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 no. No, no, no. No, no, no. That's not true forgiveness of self and of them. That's healthy for you. This is about, yes, letting go. And it's important to listen to what other people have to say. And hopefully it will come to a place of agreement that we agree to disagree, or I get it and I forgive you and I forgive you too. Some people who are going to go off and they're all about blame, well, then you need to let them go. If you are, Phil, I totally agree. If you're going to fire back at them, then there's still something in you that's holding on to this stuff. But if you're going to sit there and listen, because this has happened to me and I listen to people, I'm like, okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Exactly. Exactly. What does it get you to push back against that? You then are in the still in the same place.
That's right.
You know, Iona and I did a workshop called Playground, and we used to say, "I get it, I'm clear, I understand how you feel that way." But if they were to come to me and go, "I get it, I'm clear," oh really? Hmm. Well, if you're so clear, well, why are you so upset? Where's the heat from? So that's where you can check yourself. You may not like it. Trust me, this is hard. We're talking about hard stuff. We're not talking about easy stuff. This is the hard stuff. This is the stuff that you don't want to do. I don't want to talk to that so and so. I don't want to talk to that blackety black. Well, if you're holding on to that energy, guess what? That's the first person you need to communicate with.
Mm-hmm. And what if
And
they
if they don't get it,
This is you,
not
K9.
your business.
Mm-mm.
Not your business. You are
Mm-mm.
there to. I told you this story about being in the presence of Sadhguru, where we are sitting in a hall of 1,000 people. And he mentions about being abused. That some of us have been abused physically, sexually, mentally, emotionally, financially at some point. Is that not so? And you hear this. Can we not agree to let the abuser go? They are not here, but you are. And we're working on you. We can do nothing for them. 400 of the 1,000 people start sobbing. They had never considered that they could let the abuser go. They felt so righteous in holding on to their pain, in holding on to what had happened to them, in placing blame, in pointing fingers, in continuing the pain that they were going through.
Mm-hmm.
Who knew if the abuser was? Once again, not their business. It's for you to heal. And if you can bring that into your tent, so much the better.
Mm-hmm.
If not, you still need to heal. So I'm big on that these days. We need it more now than ever.
We really do. And K9, I'm going to speak to that about that. If they never take accountability. Some people are still in the loop. They're still in pain. Sometimes let me just fix this. Sometimes when people are still in pain, they want to blame, they want to throw out blame. And of course, all of us usually as human, we want to help others. Sometimes you may say something else to help calm them and help them have a conversation with you. And if they still can't do it, you got to let them go. They're not ready. And if it's a member of your family, it may be a need to have an understanding that we love each other and we just may not have the kind of relationship we want. I have a relationship with someone and I wish it were closer. And I do good things for these people. And I thought that we would have a closer relationship than we do, and we do not. And I had to let it go. I can't get rid of them because they're in my life physically. And I'm still kind and give hugs and say hello, but I know that the relationship is only so far. And I see what they're dealing with because I'm not dealing with any of that. But I can love them enough to let go and let them find their way. And I pray one day we can have a closer relationship. But if not, to me, it's their doggone loss because I have a lot to offer. But more than anything, I need to let them be. We need to let people be who they are. And I'm with Phil. I will confront someone if I think something's not right, and I will apologize knowing that I've done something wrong, even if I'm not sure what it is. But if you're upset about it, then let me apologize for upsetting you. Let's talk about it. I'm willing. And if that person is not willing, there's nothing you can do about it. You can't change anyone who doesn't want to be changed. You can lead a horse to water, you can't make them drink. And too many times we're constantly trying to make that horse drink, and we're missing the things we can be doing for ourselves. And guaranteed there's another horse waiting, hoping you'll take them to drink that water.
Don't let them step on you.
That was my
Don't let them step on you.
Don't
Don't let them step on you.
Mm-mm.
You know, that's not cool. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, you know, they just run all over you. But up to that point that you are, you know, you have to physically defend yourself. Um, use compassion.
Mm-hmm.
Use understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Use the tools that will help ease the way, not the ones that will put oil and gas on the fire. And you know what those things are.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I just want ease. I want people to love each other, to live in the light. We're taking too many shots at one another, creating too many dividing lines and reasons why we don't like one another, as opposed to reasons why we can like one another. It seems to be much more difficult to figure out those things than to figure out why we hate each other, which is a sad state of affairs. So in the village I live in, the people I talk to, I want us to understand that we're about that life. We are a troop of truth. Hey, come on now. That is trying to understand the difficult parts of life, you know, and appreciate the easy ones for sure. It's not all about the difficulty, but to appreciate the easy ones, and then to deal with the more difficult ones in a truthful, authentic way, and then we'll find common ground, clear air. Um, so that's what I'm hoping we can find. You know, that's kind of why I'm here every Wednesday. There's no other reason. It's not to promote my career. You know, it's not so that you guys. As a matter of fact, I will be in Parsippany, New Jersey this weekend. No, it's to it's to move the needle, man.
Yeah, it really is. And you know, it is very hard right now politically. It's hard. And I know I get mad. And I have girlfriends, we talk about it. We text, did you see what so and so did? Did you? And we're mad about it. And then we always come back to, but we gotta keep peace. We can't let anyone take us off our center. Because once somebody takes you off your center, you're screwed. That's why it's about let go, so you can find your center, so you can find the rhythm of life. So because your control a lot of times is keeping things from you instead of bringing things to you. Bring up Mr. K9. What's K9 talking about, Phil?
How did your parents deal with letting go? Did they advise you both on how to handle relationships? At the end of the day, relationships are everything, in my opinion. Um, they didn't really deal with that concept, not that I can remember.
Me
Um,
either.
Basic morality is what we got, a little bit more than that, you know, and understanding that we're all one, that, especially being black in America, you know, we were given the lessons of understanding that were a little deeper, I think, than people that weren't dealing with some of the chaos that we were because of the color of our skin. So there was that entrenched in us for sure. We understood the world was not going to be our friend, uh, for reasons beyond us. So maybe that's letting go. Let go of the fact that you are an African American and there are certain things that are going to happen to you, could happen to you. You're going to deal with it with hate and anger and frustration, or you're going to rise above. And I think that we were taught lessons to rise above,
Mm-hmm.
to see it for what it was, but that was not the truth. Well, so then maybe that's it. The letting go is recognizing the lies and not going along with them. And that happens in relationships as well. The lie is ego based. The lie is romanticized. The lie is agenda based. The lie isn't what comes together in a relationship. The lie keeps it torn apart, keeps fear involved, keeps anger involved. So you stop lying and live in truth. Stop lying that you're better because your skin is a certain color, or you're better because you have more money, or you're better because you are a male, not a female. You're better because of this, blah, 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 blah. We'll come together. That's not truthful. Truthful is we're all amazing. We all have value. And our parents brought us that. So if that's the teaching of letting go, then that's what our parents taught us, that we all had value. We all belonged. And don't fall for the okey doke. Yeah, you're going to be faced with certain things. That doesn't mean anything about you. You're not lesser because they say it is. You're lesser or greater because of who you are and what you do, not because of anything else.
Mm-hmm. Well said, Phil. You know, our parents grew up in a time where they didn't have that kind of thinking. That's a lot of what we talk about. That's not the kind of thinking they had. They were basically good human beings who saw the hearts of people no matter what nationality they were. So we had Uncle Don and Uncle Jeannie, and they were white. And we had Uncle this and Aunt that, and they were black. And we had the Shemazus down the street, and we had the Armenians family who was next door. We had all sorts of people involved in our lives, and we didn't see. It's not about not. We didn't see color in terms of whether they were a good or bad person. We saw hearts. That's what was important to our parents, about integrity. Do what you say. If you're going to be dad says, if you're going to be a bricklayer, be the best damn bricklayer you can be. And always know you're good. And nobody else going to tell you you're good unless you know you're good. You know you're good. So know your value. That's very important. And then some of the other concepts that Phil and I have, we got from LifeSpring, from our own life PhDs that you get when you're just living in the world. And you realize anger, holding on to that shit, it ain't going to do anything. Letting go is a scary place to be. And it's a thrilling place to be because you can find your center. And remember that best friend that looks at you in the mirror every friggin' day. Love them, bless them, and forgive them for whatever they may have done, because everyone does the best they can. Philly.
Yes, ma'am.
You're leaving on a plane tomorrow.
I'm going. This has been nonstop, people. I've been going nonstop. Yeah, I'm leaving for Parsippany, New Jersey in the morning. I'll be there for Chiller for the next 3 days.
Awesome.
Then I come back here real quick, I think, and then I think I'm out again to another place of excitement. But yeah, man, it's been quite the ride lately.
Is that where you're going to Canada?
Yeah.
Awesome. And I'm shooting tomorrow too, so we're gonna call it tonight. And would you like to close with anything other than what you said, my sweet brother?
Keep it real, y'all. Just keep it real. Just look in your soul and see who you are and be the best you can be. We ask so much of everybody else. Are we doing what we need to do for ourselves? Are we providing what we need for ourselves? We want this, we want that, we hope they like us. You like you. You show up for you. Everything else take care of itself. These days I'm incredibly reflective and introspective, and it's working. It's not easy. I'm a get along guy. I'm a fun cat. But sometimes you need to put your mind on life, and you need to face certain things, and yourself most of all. Don't fear it. There's no mileage in it. Love it. Love yourself. Love this journey. This is the gift. Don't squander it.
Beautifully said, honey. I had something in my mind and it just went out. So then this comes up for me. Give yourself grace, you guys. We give everyone else in the world grace. a friend comes to you and I want to share my problems, and they tell you, and you talk to them, and you end with, it's going to be okay. You're wonderful. But turn that table around to yourself, and we're like, how could I? Who am I? What am I doing? We need to have grace, and it really does start at home with ourselves. That's so important, because if you feel good about you, you're going to approach the world in a totally different way. I talked earlier about having rhythm. You'll find a rhythm in life. You'll get a phone call and go, wow, that's out of the blue. It's not really out of the blue. It's the rhythm in life you're creating because you found some happiness. You're giving yourself grace amongst losing family members like our dear Francis has, losing friends like all of us have, and knowing that you're doing the best you can. And life really is not that awful, you guys. There's always some lemonade to be made out of some lemons. And that's all I really want to share before we head out. And then just, give people a little bit of this, honey. Where to find Philly Willie? In the handsomes. Where to find, my locks are gone, y'all. The locks are gone. And where you can find our show. And know that we are just crazy about you guys. All of you. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and we'll see you next Wednesday night. Loving you all.
Love you
Have
all.
a great week. Night, Philly.
Night, Anna.
Night, y'all.